There, it's Marilyn Berger. I am the CEO and founder of Microschool Builders LLC. I'm coming to you today live. I'm trying something new. We're using a tool. It's called Restream. Restream lets you go live to multiple different locations, several different platforms at the same time. So we're giving this a shot to see what we can do to begin to answer some of your questions about microschools. And so today we're going to start at the very, very beginning. I'm going to talk with you a little bit about what microschools are and why you should know about them. So, there have always been different forms of education. The alternative education movement um, really is as old as the one room schoolhouse. So, when we began a little over 100 years ago to um, create a big system of education, a more standardized, common school system, there were people who wanted to retain that sort of small, more independent, um, and more personalized kind of learning for kids. And so, you've probably heard about things like Reggio Emilia schools or Waldorf schools or the Sudbury schools or Montessori schools. Those have all been around for quite some time. But in 2020, during the pandemic, the term microschool really hit mainstream. People were having their children at home, helping them to learn either online or face to face at home. And many people chose to get their kids together in small groups. So, uh, Good Morning America did a story about pandemic pods and microschools. The way that I like to think about it is the pandemic pods were something that people did in response to the pandemic, whereas microschools um, are something that is a little more stable and long lasting, so not necessarily related to a pandemic. If you were to Google the term microschool, you would find that it's generally thought to be something that is less than 150 kids. Although, in my mind, I think about it as something even smaller, something more like a one room schoolhouse of the past, combined with all of the knowledge we have about teaching and learning and education and utilizing some of the amazing technologies that we have available to us today. So, think small one room schoolhouse, but with all kinds of interesting digital tools and connectivity to other kids all over the planet. The kinds of learning that goes on in a micro school can range from very traditional kinds of learning all the way to fully self directed, unschool kinds of activities. Um, there are hundreds of micro schools opening up all over the globe. Many new ones are opening each and every day. If you're an educator who has found the pandemic to be really challenging, you've found that the constraints of curriculum and assessment and standards have made reaching students who have not been in the classroom for the past year and who have gotten used to being more self directed. If you're finding it difficult to work with them, then building a microschool might be right for you. If you're considering quitting the profession, but you have many, many years of experience, building a microschool might be for you. Just think about it. If you own your own small school, you're going to have the freedom to teach the way that you know and want. You're going to be able to have more fun each and every day with the kinds of things that you're able to do. There are families out there who are looking for smaller, more personalized approaches to teaching and learning for their children. And the other thing that can really happen is you can flourish. So, when you work for a public school or a private school, the owners of that, and in the public school case, that's the school board. In a private school, it could be a founder, could be a single private person, could be a nonprofit board. Those are the people who direct what it is that you do. When you own a micro school, you can actually be in charge of what is happening in your school. So, that in a nutshell is what a micro school is, and what a little bit about what it can do. If you would like to know more about micro schools and how you can go about building one, I invite you to visit our website, and you can do that at www.microschoolbuilders.com. Go ahead and visit the website. You'll find lots of great free resources there for you. You can get a free 9-step guide with a video that talks you through that. You can get the Microschool Builder's Handbook, which is also available for purchase on Amazon, but you can get it for free on our website. You can book a free 30-minute call to talk with me about your ideas and to find out more about the programs that we have available for people to help them to begin to grapple with their ideas and get them into a plan of action for building and opening a microschool of their very own. So see how this first attempt at using Restream works out. If you want to know more, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks for listening.